as the Rams go with a shocker. Tyler Foster out of Washington State is now going to play us twice, even though they just signed Justin Fields long term. From hometown kid to longtime rival, things just got very interesting. The moment has come on one of many games we've circled on our schedule. We've had some great battles against the Rams so far in this series, but this one will present some fresh faces. Tyler Foster was someone we considered in the draft, and the Washington State product will come back home to take down the team that passed on him. However, it's been a slow start for the rookie out of the gates. In fact, they are second to last in points in the first 4 games, which is rare to say about a Sean McVay system. They also moved on from Cooper Kupp this offseason and signed former tight end Noah Fant, who also has ties to the Seahawks. Divisional games are always important to win, but this one in particular is nearer to the heart than others. We'll see if we can win back-to-back home games, and if you don't mind, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel as we'll get our first look at the rookie Foster here in their first drive. Already taking the starting role over Justin Fields, and his first pass is to a familiar face in Noah Fant. That didn't take him long to make his mark back here in Seattle. After a holding penalty, here's an underneath route completed to number 86, who is Paris Campbell in his first year with the Rams, and that moves the sticks. How about a fullback in their formation from the 48? It's a run with Williams, bouncing off his blockers and breaks free down the sidelines. Kyren Williams rips off a big one that will go for 21 yards. Our run defense has been spotty to start the year, but we have improved significantly with our pass rush, and Zach Ballard shows that off on this 3rd down. Second-year player out of Tennessee working the left guard Clemens, and Foster is lucky to hold on to this ball. So we hold them to just 3 with a chance to counter. Starting it with Walker is how we like to open up for the majority of games, and that's a good sign to open up the day for the offense. It was tougher to run against the Chargers last game, and now the protection breaks down and Bird is swallowed up by Fisk. Malcolm McCullough with more early struggles getting beat on the inside move, and we need him to be better replacing the injured Tyler Steen. Much better protection on 3rd and long. Zips it on the line, and we can see what he can do with better protection as Metcalf will take this inside the 30. I appreciate talented receivers, but the best thing for any quarterback is giving them time in the pocket, as Beverly will move the needle a bit for his first carry of the game. Obviously needing more playing time from him with Charbonnet being out. This time he'll get it on the screen with a block, racing for the sticks, but he'll be a yard shy. And on 4th down, they're going to opt to take the points with Myers. And we have a tie game. So each team playing this game like a boxing match. Just a few jabs, but no knockout punch just yet. Foster's going to attempt one downfield and swat it down. That is Kendrick Duhan lined up against Puka Nacua. And we're going to see that matchup a bunch today as Foster can't avoid the blitz. Captain Dotson with the sack, and we'll jump later into the second quarter. Here's Walker on 2nd down. Didn't read the gap well there, so it'll be 3rd and long. Last time they went with a screen with Beverly. This time it goes to Walker, running behind Golston and picks up the 1st down. Sometimes when you're on offense, you just gotta take what the defense gives you and make the most out of it. As Bird finds McDonald on an acrobatic throw. Let's not forget the reason we moved on from Noah Fant was to give the 2nd-year tight end a shot. As Bird is giving Cook a shot, but good coverage in the end zone. 3rd down has been a spot for Rick Taylor as of late. As Bird throws on the run, and right on cue for Taylor, who moves the chains and takes a big hit during the play. But he's tough enough to stay in the game. Run with Beverly on 2nd down. Good patience as he maneuvers his way for 4. Seahawks love running 2 tight ends in these situations. Bird to McDonald, wide open for the touchdown. First one goes to Nate McDonald, who's trying to prove to the Seattle fans that he is deserving to be their tight end 1. That touchdown drive took 14 plays and ate up a lot of clock, as Nacua has his first catch of the game here late in the second quarter. That goes for a 1st down, and we'll have Duhan lined up against him again, as Foster throws left, and it's jumped and picked off! It's the rookie Jeremy Brockers with his first interception! Foster had his mind made up that this was going to Wan'Dale Robinson, and Brockers read his eyes all the way through. And now a chance to take a commanding lead into the locker room. Here's 1st and long after a false start. Bird will roll and throw. Wide open downfield is Metcalf, and he's going to dive in for the touchdown. How do you leave him open? Bird with great concentration and eyes down the field and fires a dart on the run to a shockingly open Metcalf, and we are flying high with this new Bird. Rams offense continues to stall as we take over on our next possession, and this is caught over the middle to Kendrick Cook for his first grab of the game. Malcolm McCullough is shaken up and would not return. More on him later as the vet Trey Turner will take over at guard. And his first action will see McDonald with another catch. He's having himself a solid day. We're seeing more out of him than usual. And now Bird trying to take the top off the defense, but it's underthrown and picked off. Cameron Kitchens has it at the 40 with 29 seconds left. Just trying to do too much in this moment. There's still time with 1 timeout left, and no reason to be fitting this into a tight window, but the intention was to lob it over the head of the defenders. And now Foster showing off his wheels. Tucker takes a weird turn, and this is going to be a very awkward end to the first half. This is Brandon Aubrey wearing Cups number 10, and he nails it from 51 yards. So 17-6 is what we walk into the locker room with, and it was played well by the defense. We just got to take better care of the football ourselves. Speaking of, it looks like Drake May is getting a better groove as he picks up a win over the Dolphins. Sometimes it just takes a few games for things to click on in offense. But here's a duo that's been clicking a bunch today, as McDonald has been the go-to target for Bird in short yardage situations. With the exception of great speed, McDonald has all it takes to be a reliable option as a tight end 1. It remains to be seen if he can be one of the best in the league. As Beverly loses 2 on that catch, and it's 3rd and long. Pocket collapsing quickly, and the dump off to Beverly is going to be short of the sticks, and they'll give the ball back to the Rams starting at their own 14. Foster with a clean pocket, throws with confidence to Paris Campbell, who breaks a few tackles, and luckily Brockers is there on the back end. Gotta be more disciplined when tackling, and we nearly gave them a free play. But it's not gonna matter as he sneaks his way open, and this will be an easier first down than the last time for Campbell. He took a big shot by Tucker, who was already forced to fumble this year, as Williams won't get much on this 2nd down carry. After the big run in the first quarter, we haven't heard or seen much of him. Pressure from Murphy, and Foster can only throw this away. So again, we'll see Aubrey, but this offense is really having a tough time punching this in the end zone. When a team is averaging 10 points a game, you start to get the picture why. And it's shocking this is the way they're playing after owning the 2nd seed a year ago, as Walker rips off a nice run near midfield. We're nearing that moment where we'll force feed him, as he takes a shot from Curl. He'll stay on after the hit, but the interior pressure breaks loose, and Bird lost the football. It's recovered by Braden Fisk, and he will be tracked down by McLeod, who saves a touchdown. But it was actually McLeod who misses this blocking assignment, and Walker was late to recover, and Bird turned into a dead duck. Just a bad time to turn over the ball, but Foster gives it right back. It's picked off by Ivan Pace with his first as a Seahawk. And the defense finds a way to get the job done again. I realize when Foster has his mindset on a receiver, he's gonna throw it no matter what. And that time he thought Robinson was open, but Pace was just sitting in coverage the whole time. Late in the 4th quarter we go now, as both offenses have been sluggish, or it's just been a defensive heavy game, as Hall makes the play, but it'll back them up with a penalty. 3:22 left in the game. Rams need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie, and a check down isn't going to do it here. And with under 3 minutes to go, interesting decision here for them to boot this away, as Parks won't have a chance to do anything with this punt. We do get this drive inside the 2-minute mark, and obviously this offense will try to wrap this up with a heavy focus on Walker getting us there. And that will burn the last timeout for the Rams, but the game is not yet over. as Walker nearly called game, but couldn't catch the edge. 3rd and 2. Walker again, and that time the replacement Turner couldn't stop Fisk, who's been a menace in the backfield. So Seattle will take this all the way down and just take the delay, and there will still be some time for Los Angeles even after the punt. High kick from Ariza. They're caught at the 14, and we are down to the final 10 seconds for the Rams to pull off a miracle. If all goes well, like it has been for the defense, we would be looking at 3 straight wins, as Foster will just throw this away. 4 seconds. We'll run out our prevent defense, and it's time for Foster to prove to us he's got that arm strength. And here we go. This is going to be well short of the goal line, but caught by Noah Fant and taken down as the clock hits 0. That is your ball game. 17-9 is the final score, and this was not an offensive performance we want to display again. But credit to the Rams because they hung tough going against us. 4 wins to start the season, and this defense continues to be our saving grace. I'm happy with what our secondary did today, and although it wasn't shown a lot, Kendrick Duhan shadowed Nacua, leading to his worst performance of the series against us. Offense will need to be cleaned up despite Kenneth Walker having over 100 yards. We had a rough time giving Bird any time back there. But luckily, we gave Foster the same treatment throughout the game, forcing him to make bad decisions and coming away with the football twice. There were some plays I would like to take back, like the throw to Rick Taylor before the half that ended up being picked off, and a play-action screen that wasn't the right call for the moment that led to the fumble. But we'll take these wins any way we can get them. I know this is a struggling rebuilding year for the Rams, but all of our divisional games have been tough throughout this series and the trend remains true. But hang on tight because we will have another divisional matchup against the Cardinals in this episode. They went with a first-round pass rusher in Greg Gant, but he and many other picks for them this year may have been missed. However, they did nail the draft last year, specifically with Larry Griffin, who's earned superstar development by winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year over Cameron Tucker. And the runner-up for that race is former first-rounder Terrence Graves, who is an X-Factor defensive tackle. They have transformed this defense in a hurry, and this roster is at a point where they can play at a high level, even though they've only won 2 out of the first 5 games to start the season. We will also lose Malcolm McCullough for a few weeks, and we'll need to find more effective ways to give time to Bird in the backfield. That's what made our offense successful against the Vikings, and we need to get them back to our old habits in a bad way. As we get an early holding call on the opening drive. That's not exactly what you want to kick us off, but do you risk penalties or risk your quarterback being hit? There's Bird using his legs, and he'll get hit while going out of bounds, but no flags thrown against Arizona. At least the tackle on him that time was by calling his own number. There's a flip out to Walker. Good hustle by Golston to pick up the block, and we're able to erase that penalty, but can we find a way to put up points now? Pitched out to Walker. Nice cut back to the inside, and we'll get caught with another hold. That time on Golston after making the big block. Here's Bird, throwing under pressure, and it's picked off. This is DeMar Higgins, second-year safety, coming away with the football. Bird felt the pressure and read man coverage correctly, but McLeod was just unable to separate from the safety. But that drive couldn't stand a chance either with the lack of discipline. And now someone jumped, and it's on the defense. 3 flags to open up the first quarter is not a recipe for success in a game of this magnitude, as Brockers was able to trip up Benson's momentum. Of course, Trey Benson always seems to have his breakout games against us, as he gets enough there to move the sticks. All runs by the Cardinals offense. Here's the first pass, and completion to Marvin Harrison Jr. We had Kendrick Duhan shadow Puka Nacua last game, but we'll play straight up in this one, as they go back to the well again. Good blocking and a nice tackling job by Pritchett on the outside. Oftentimes he may struggle in coverage, but he's reliable out in space. As Benson won't be denied here, he's got enough for first down yardage. Jumping ahead to another third down now. Murphy gets leverage on the inside, but Murray's best weapon is being utilized, and even when we know it's coming, we are not able to stop it. They've turned it to a very long drive. This is play number 12. And he connects with his tight end out in space. He's met but fights through. It's a touchdown. Sean Birmingham, backup tight end selected last year in the 4th round, beats Dotson out in space. And they do capitalize on the early turnover by Bird. These are tough lessons that the rookie will need to learn and grow from, but there's a lot of game left to be played. But here is 3rd down. Throw across the middle is caught by Metcalf, but a nice tackle there by Nate Landman. And a quick 3 and out after the pick 6 earlier. And now Murray will hit the slant to Harrison Jr. That time he was covered by Kendrick Duhan. We want to disguise different looks, and that will include KD getting some reps on the outside. And here's Murray extending the play again on 3rd down, and this drive will continue. They have penetrated the ground early in this game to set the tone, and a lot of it has to do with this guy, as Benson rips off his biggest run of the day, and the Cards are in striking distance again. We have been really inconsistent against the run so far, as Murray completes another pass to Trey McBride, and he sheds off a tackle to get enough for another 1st down. We're not used to this. Teams usually attack us with explosive plays, but Arizona is using a methodical method to beat us at our own game right now. But we do have a chance to hold them to just 3. As Murray hits his man, colliding but not enough as they pick up another touchdown. This time is Michael Wilson. And what's annoying, man coverage across, but they have Witherspoon on the tight end McBride and Dotson on the receiver. Why would this not be reversed? Just a weird defensive formation at a critical juncture. As McDonald will have it and get 7. We're already at the 2-minute drill, and we have no points to show for it here in the 1st half so far, as McDonald won't get enough to move the sticks. 3rd down from our own 37. They send pressure, and Taylor couldn't hold on. Rare drop by the rookie, who's been spectacular in the early goings. So another punt, but it's a fake. Ariza looking to throw. Nearly picked off, and the risky decision is going to cost us field position and possibly giving up more points before the quarter ends. Just a poor moment to be cute when you're down. Murray to pass, and a good job by our defense to keep them from gaining any yards. But they are still within range for Andrew Collins, a star development kicker. And from 54 yards, he's gonna nail it. And that is how the 1st half will conclude. Some very questionable decisions were made there. We took some risks we didn't need to take, and it put us in a very tough spot against a good team. And things may get interesting in our division if we don't win today, because it looks like Drake May has started to connect the pieces in that offense. And we're gonna have a big moment here for our defense as the Cardinals will get the football to start the 2nd half. Our offense has had limited time on the field so far, and we gotta do whatever it takes to get it back. And that helps. Nice tackle by Brockers, the rookie. It'll be 3rd and long. Seattle will man up across the field. Going deep outside, and nearly picked off. Nehemiah Pritchett nearly had number 1 of the season. He played this very well, but he just didn't secure it into his hands. And that is why corners play corner, right? Here's Bird, getting it out to Metcalf in space. Flag down, and he'll barrel through a defender, and this beautiful execution is going to be penalized. 3rd and long, and they love this play every time. It's gonna go to Beverly. He's got blockers, and there he goes. 1st down and some good explosion by the rookie back. He hasn't been as productive as we want on the ground, but here's a good run by Walker, and he's got enough for a 1st down. As Tyler Seaton was shaken up, and he would be out for the rest of this game. But here's Bird playing fearless, and the throw is swatted away. He's not afraid to sling it no matter the moment. As Cook will motion across on 3rd down. Cards send pressure, and the Seahawks struggle to pick up the blitz. The injury to Steen already making an impact. Bradford did not cover the gap, which led to the free hitter, and no choice but to go for it here. Going across, and there's Taylor holding onto it this time and picking up 1st down yardage. Here's Walker sifting his way forward for 4, and we'll need to attempt to convert again. Going back to a 2-back set. They won't run a screen this time. It still ends up in Beverly's hands, but he is just shy of the sticks. Went for it on the last 4th down, and we'll see if they try it here. And someone jumped. It's against the offense, so another penalty backs them up, and the drive will end with just 3 points. Nearly jumped on defense, but look at the block setup as Benson will get pushed out for exactly the 9 they needed. Now it's the backup rookie Laybourne. He'll get bunched up for 4 more. Big opportunity for the defense here, and you gotta be kidding me. 5 yards gifted right back. All they need is a yard now, as Benson decides to go parallel, and he's got nowhere to go. Derek Hall gobbles him up, but an excellent effort by the defensive front. And we will enter the 4th quarter down by 2 scores. Strike to Metcalf, good start, and Bird has finally crossed 100 yards through the air. Should be seeing a lot more of that. Lofting it near sidelines, caught by Taylor. How many times have we made that call through the course of this season so far? Has a man down the seams, overthrown. But a good idea, McLeod was open downfield. Running a screen to Walker with 5 Cardinals chasing him, and he's out at the 29. 4 down territory the rest of the way. Good protection, good throw. Metcalf is inside the 5. From the 4, here's a different look with Walker sweeping across, looking for space. Flag is down because what else is new? More self-inflicted struggles, but Walker will take this back to the original spot. 5:35 left to play. Here's Beverly, and finally walking in for a touchdown that we've coveted all game long, and it's back to a 1-score game. Beverly with number 2 of the season, as the Cards run a little screen of their own. Good blocks with ton of space to run. Past midfield and well inside Seattle territory. Trey Benson never fails to go absolute bonkers every time we play him. And now, Harrison separates from Duhan, and he's gonna pick up 1st down yardage. Just when things were going right, the defense is unable to stop them. As this 2nd down goes to their 3rd running back, Goss, for no gain. Mathematically, this would be a challenge to come back from either way this goes. And this run by Murray would have been 6 a year ago, but this time it ends up with just 3. So time for Seattle to throw out their best 2-minute drill. And that'll work. Metcalf gets it near midfield. They don't want to use any of their timeouts, so things have to go a lot quicker. Taylor's open downfield, and hauled in. But he's still inbounds, and clock will continue to run. 45 seconds. End zone. Got it. Touchdown to Kendrick Cook. Man, if this was the result, we should have been running 2-minute drills since the first half. And here's the all-important onside kick with 40 seconds left. And it's touched a tad too early, so Arizona will recover. But we have a chance if we hold them on this 3rd down. It's Benson covering up and will be taken down. Final timeout taken by Seattle. So this will make it a 6-point game. No gimme from 51. And he drilled it. So with 24 seconds left, I would assume there's a return to force more time off. And just as we expected, here's Parks looking for some room, but good coverage by the Arizona special teams. So we've been here before, and often it feels like in this stadium where we get these scenarios. Down by 6, touchdown wins it. It starts with McDonald, he's got 9. We need yards before the Hail Mary, but we gotta make sure this goes out of bounds. Here's the throw, but it's caught inbounds by Cook, and that might and will cost us the game. Unbelievable. Every time we play them, we end up 1 play short. I felt like we lost this game in the first half. We made some pretty boneheaded decisions, and the Cardinals ended up playing our brand of football. They ate up the clock and created opportunities out of our mistakes. And we just couldn't get off the field. They had 3 drives in this game that resulted in 10+ plays. But the bigger concerns were these self-inflicted pains and errors that we put ourselves in. We had 10 penalties, and that did not do any favors for our offense as well. But it wasn't just that. The passing attack was elementary for 3 quarters until we hit the 2-minute drills. And by then, Arizona was playing a much softer coverage to attack. I also thought 2 episodes would make sense today since they were low-scoring games, and although it's close, it's more entertaining where it's a high-scoring affair. Just want to give a quick shout out to Steven Gregory, who switched over to left tackle as of week 3, and he has held his own so far. There have been no hurries or sacks on that side, and we'll trust this line going forward. We're gonna need that protection pretty badly next game when we take on the Dallas Cowboys after our bye week. I think this would be a more intriguing game, being that Madden loves to rate them highly every year, and I expect them to be quite a challenge for our team. Of course, we'll need our protection to be spot on when we deal with the likes of Micah Parsons. The ball is going to need to come out pretty quickly, but the plan should be to run the ball since their linebackers and interior line is the weak point of their defense. We will also need to do it without some key players up the middle. We've been hit with some key practice injuries, and I'm just ready to see a fully healthy team soon. But that was a fun one, even though it was a loss. Excited for the next one, and you don't want to miss out. So please hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for watching it all the way up to this point. Please leave your comments and feedbacks below. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.